Okay, so this is an example of the single value. And now, if there is a requirement to read multiple records, records means this example. Now, this is going to be interesting. Now, compound employee, person, under here. And again, same concept. You need to run a loop. Without running a loop, we will not able to get inside this. And in this case, we do not need any parsing because we are inside the message mapping. Okay, so we do not need any parsing. And now, let's say this is my XML and I'm interested in the job information. So now just pay attention here. Employee, under compound employee. The next tag is person. Just notice on the hierarchy, this compound employee is a root tag. Then we are having a person. I'm going down, going down, going down. Now, under person, employment information, under employment information, job information. How is the hierarchy now? It's a little simplified. Okay, job information. Now you are understanding the things, so no need to get into that entire thing. Okay. This is the hierarchy. After this, I'm having person. And I'm having a compound employee. Okay. So this is how I have to traverse. And now this job information I'm expecting as multiple. So if you come down, if you see here, job information first, job information second, job information third. So let's say if I need to access the first record, the company, okay, so this particular job information is at index 0. So if I need to access the value of the index 0, same way, company 0. Okay, so this is how we have to access. So now I'm going back to our code skeleton. Okay, so we'll just copy this section of the code. I've already implemented some complex logic. If you are interested, you can go through that. I will be showing you that in a moment, but I'm just setting a stage for you so that you can understand. You should not be wondering what I'm doing there. Okay, so now we are understood that this is a function. These are the parameters which I'm expecting, okay, from the source. And this massive, in case of when you are reading the multiple values, you can bypass this. You do not need this context. This context we would be needing when we will be reading the something from the address and property. That time we will be needing. Otherwise, we do not need. But you can keep this this parameter as it is. Okay. If within your code you want to access the property and multiple values at the same time, then we would be needing this. Okay. So this context will come into that particular scenario. So now let's simplify. Let's take very simple example. So since we are clear on the XML, okay. So now I am expecting multiple job information. Okay. So when I will be doing the mapping, okay. So how the graphical mapping will look. Okay. So job information. Excuse me for the typos. Let's say job information is the field. So this field, we will be mapping it to some target field. We will just drag and drop. Okay, we will just drag and drop to a target field. But now, what I am expecting here, the job information I am expecting multiple. So I'm just putting a array symbol over here, just for our understanding. And then I'm going to implement a Groovy script here. So now my Groovy script, this particular value, I'm going to pass in any of the parameter, basically that parameter which I'm expecting, and that will hold multiple values. Okay, so that might hold like this. It's 1001, 1002, 1003, multiple. Okay. Now what I want, I am interested in the very first record and the second record. I want to just concatenate. So how can I do that? For that, you have to run a loop. How to run a loop? We will see. But let's say I want something which is coming at the top of the stack, the very first record. So it is at index 0. So if I need to access this, so how can I do that? I can access it with this indexing. Okay. So let's say if I am just pick this string on it as company and let's call it cost center. Okay, company and cost center. Let's say I'm getting some company and yeah, cost center. Okay, let's say these two values I want to pass. Now I know I will be having company value and cost center value multiple. So this particular statement, okay, I'm just maximize it so that you can focus it. So this is the first company and then cost center. Okay, we can leave it. And you can have multiple like that. You can have multiple input parameters. Okay, so now once we are done with this, if I have to read the very first record, okay, so let me call it, or I will just say F. Okay, for safer side, let me call it count. Okay, and F cross C. Okay, so now if I need the value of the cost center or company, so this is the value which I'm receiving, and I will just put 0. Okay, so this is what I'm receiving in the very first index. Same way, I have to receive a value in the cost center, then I will be putting it like this. And let's say I want the next record. Okay, I do not want the top of the stack. I want to access the second record. Then this is how I can access it. Okay, so right now we are hard coding it. But if you have to do it dynamically, then you have to run a loop. And if you're interested to run access all the records, then you have to do like that. Okay, and then let's say final, but the same way as you can just add it. Okay, company plus and just put a hyphen. Okay, that's a requirement that between the values of company and cost center, we need to put a hyphen. Can do that. Okay, same way we can implement all the if statement, else statement, break, all the different logic we can implement. Finally, after doing this, what you have to do, you have to use this method, this output dot add value. Okay, output dot add value. This is what we have to put over here. And what we are going to return here, we are going to return final, and rest all is deleted. So this is how we have to implement when there are multiple records.